What's up YouTube, Dad here for Zephyr Games, bringing you a Subterror deck. Now, I've been testing this lately since we finally got our last two editions, Final Battle and Fiendess, plus a couple of others, and I love it. It's so fun. It's not going to be toppling the meta like Cosmos did, and it's not going to be having a big impact like Kaiju's have, but it's still a very, very fun deck to play, and I really, really enjoy it. So without further ado, I'm going to crack straight into it for you guys. Following this video, there'll also be a test stand video just for you guys to see the combos and plays that this deck can make. So without any further ado, I'm going to crack straight in. Right, so we start off with triple Subterror Fiendess. Love this card. It would have been nice in a secret just to see it, you know, glisten a little bit. However, this is what the deck was missing. So it is a hand trap and a special summoner from hand or grave, which is very, very nice. During either player's turn, so I'll take one of these. During either player's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, then target one Subterror monster you control, negate the activation, then change the targeted monster to face down defense position. You can target one face-up monster you control, change it to face-down defense position, and if you do, special summon one Subterror monster from your hand or graveyard in face-up or face-down defense position. You can only use the effect of Subterror Fiendess once per turn. So, not only is it a negate and a set of your other Subterrors, it also triggers off the effects in hand. So, if you use Subterror Fiendess' effect, flip a cell face-down, let the effect resolve, bring one back from the graveyard into face-down defense position, it then sets off your behemoths in hand so you can flood the board a little bit more. Amazing card, very, very good in the deck. Next up, double Subterror Nemesis Warrior. You don't need to play 3 of these anymore, it can get a little bit cloggy. At 2 is the perfect amount because he cycles himself back around when behemoths are flipped face down. He also has the ability to get into Nat Beast, and it is incredibly easy to get into Nat Beast in this deck. And I will show you at the end just how easy, or I'll show you when I get to you, the many ways that you have to make this card. To make Nat Beast and just Nemesis Warrior to be as important as it ever can be, only at 2. Next up, now I've recently bumped this back up to 2, is Subterror Nemesis Archer. Now the reason you don't want to play Archer at 3 anymore is because, again, it gets cloggy and it's too slow. With the introduction of Fiendess, the only reason you go with Nemesis Archer is if you don't open up with the city or anything like that, or any of your behemoths, because you just set her, let her get popped, and then you start going off. Whereas if you open up with behemoths and a city, your ideal one is going into Fiendess just to get stuff going. I'm trying to route 2 just for the pure fact that late game, a top deck of this could change the whole thing. You can set this, and as long as they destroy it, you know, you get an effect off straight away. It can be dropped back down to 1 if you wish. At 2, I'm going to test it out and see how it does. Now onto the behemoths. Double Stalagmo. This is your flip, discard, and draw. So this can get rid of dead, dead archers if you need to, just for a double draw. 28 attack and 21 defender. Double Omnistrix, flip, banish, target one wants to banish it, very, very nice. Here's your lower level, here's an easier way of using Subterror's first, Nemesis Warrior's first effect, it's very, very good. Then we play 1 Ultimathus, very, very good. I did try this at 2 as well, it works well at 2, so you can have this at 1 or 2, it really depends, you can swap your archer down either or. Obviously, Archer clogs a little bit less than this guy does. He's a 3k beater, and he changes all face-up monsters to face-down defense, which combos off massively well with Stygo Kraken. Now again, only play 1, but when this card is flipped face-up, you can destroy as many set cards as Subterror Behemoth you control. Awesome card, so it combos off amazingly well with that one. And then finally, for the Behemoths, we play 1 Subterror Behemoth Glacier. Basically, again, it's a shame. It would have been nice to see this in the Super, just to have that green just glow a little bit. But this is your Foolish Burial. So you flip, you send 1 card from your deck's grave, so 1 card, anything. You can send your traps, your spells, your Glow Up Bulb. So this is where it gets really important, is with Fiendess, you have the ability to get this guy out quite easily. Effect sends Glow Up Bulb. If you can get a Warrior on board, Warrior again can target another Subterror monster and can bring this guy out. You can then use this guy's effect, flip it face down, bring back your Warrior, effect of City to flip this guy up, send your Glow Up Bulb, effect of Glow Up Bulb, you're sitting on this and a Nat Beast. Not much more needs to be said about that. Now onto one of my personal favourites. I love this card in this deck so much. Double Flip Flop Frog. It is another alternative of getting your behemoths out of hand, and the ability of when it's attacked you flip and compose stuff is very, very nice and so helpful in the deck. It's unreal. Now onto the tuner engine. I want to be a bit more conservative. Like some people only play only play Light Bulb. Again, definitely play Light Bulb. No arguments about that. But I also play Jet Synchron and Plague Spreader Zombie. Now with Norden, you have the ability of bringing back Light Bulb as well, so you can use it not only its grave effect but its main effect as well. You do play 1-for-1, so again, Jet Synchron also gives you the ability of recycling it from grave if it does hit the grave, and so does Plague Spreader Zombie. So they're just ones to float around a little bit and can push you into your synchros. And then finally, this can come out, is Prediction Princess Coinorama. This is basically, yeah, if it doesn't get destroyed, I mean, if they don't destroy your archer, or if they think you've got archers and they just want to attack it and this flips it, it's another way out. You can take this out for another archer if you wish. I just quite like it there from the old plays that I was making. But it also means, should they not attack you, let's say this was your archer, should they not attack you, you flip it face up, you're just going to go for the attack, whereas if it's this and they decide not to attack you because they're worried, you flip it up, use its effect, and out comes a big behemoth. And then you can go from there. And then if you have a warrior, you can tribute her off with warrior, so you don't need to worry too much. So that's it for the monsters. Now on to the spells. Very straightforward, very standard. Triple City, again, really important. And Triple Terraforming to search that out. Double MST, these can be any back row hate you wish. I just quite like MSTs. Double Instant Fusion, now there is an amazing play with Invoked Raijin. So your two instant targets is Invoked Raijin and Norden. So they're both very useful. You can bump this up to 3 if you want to see it more frequently. 1-for-1, another very important card to help get you into Nat Beast and any other synchros you want to play. Can also get your Fiendis on board should you want it. Foolish Burial, again, working with Light Bulb. And in this card, I haven't had a chance to test out yet, but Temple of the Kings. Now the reason Temple of the Kings is so important is because you can activate this guy at the same turn it's set, so you get 2 uses out of it, if not more. So you activate this, set this, activate this card, use your effect, do whatever, flip a Subterror back down, face up, whatever, and then you set this guy again. So it's very, very nice to cycle around. I haven't had a chance to test it out properly yet. It is a little bit too slow, or it has been said to be a little bit too slow. My other alternatives that I have taken out for the 3 cards I've changed is the Gamma Seals and the second Ultra Morphurus. Now, Gamma Seals are only in there to combat the meta. You can build this deck to be more focused around the meta. You can have it main in your DD Crows, your Droll and Lockbirds, absolutely anything you want that can help you out. Now on to the traps. Triple Subterror Final Battle. Again, artwork is amazing. It would have looked so much better as a super. But activate one of these effects. Also, after that, set this card face down instead of sending it to the graveyard. Change one set Subterror monster on the field to face up attack and defense. Change one face up Subterror monster on the field to face down defense. Attack and defense of one Subterror monster on the field becomes equal its combined original attack and defense until the end of the turn. This turn, activated effects of Subterror cards cannot be negated. So it's very, very nice, very, very protective. Really good card. This is one of the other cards that I've only just put in as well. I have been toying around with it. Subterror Behemoth Burrowing. This card is just so specific in the game. It's really for those chances where if you've got a full board and your opponent regekis you, this is your way out to protect them. Other than that, you can lose your Subterror board quite easily. So it's something I'm trialing out, and it might be quite nice should my opponent be playing like, I don't know, TT or something like that, and I've got Tomb of the Kings, Temple of the King, sorry. It might be a nice little one to trial out. So I am still trialing this out just to see how it goes. Next up I play 1 Storming, 1 Quaking, and 1 Solemn Warning. These can be any kind of protection tracks you want. You could take Warning out for another track if you wish. I just quite like this mix for now. Now on to the extra deck. Right, so we'll start with let's start with our synchros. So Trishula, quite easy to get into this guy. I didn't really see myself going into him as much. I was going more into Vermilion Dragon mech, purely because there's a couple of ways to make this guy. You've got the level 8 Subterror Behemoth, and then Light Bulbs and all of that. You've also got a level 7 Subterror Behemoth, so it works quite nicely. And then you banish whatever you bring. I mean, your Light Bulb's kind of dead, so you can banish it. When this leaves the field, you recycle it, so on and so forth. I have added in a Crystal Wing Single Dragon because more times than not, believe it or not, I was finding myself the ability to go into a Crystal Wing if I wanted to. I also had the ability to go into Omega, so that's why they're both there. This can help recycle some of my tuners should they get banished, or any other cards that get banished. My level 7s, Clearing Synchro Dragon and Ancient Fairy Dragon. Again, I did have Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, which you can put in for any one of these two if you wish. just to see how it goes. Then we play one Coral Dragon. Again, I found this more useful than Stardust Charge Warrior. You could possibly even make Sulking in this deck if you really, really wanted to, but it just wasn't worth the stretch for me. But yeah, Coral Dragon works quite nicely because you can dump dead cards, pop cards, and then recycle. Shambara, you're level 5 for game, so should you go with Jet Synchron and Warrior, you can go into Shambara just to push them more aggressively, or if you start off, you can get into a Nat Beast and lock out. Now onto the XEs, Utopia package. Tornado Dragon and Castel, so standard rank 4 toolbox there. And then onto our fusions, Elder Entity Norden and Invoked Raijin. Invoked Raijin is very important because you instant fusing him out, use his effect to flip himself face down, then that then unlocks your Subterrors. It then means that this doesn't die through instant fusion at the end phase, you can flip him back out and his effects are now live. So that is it. Straightforward, very, very to the point. And that's it for a fun deck that I really enjoy playing. Like I said, it's not going to be toppling the meta, but it might be a fun thing to trial out at your locals just to give it a whirl. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. I will be bringing a test hand video for this very, very shortly. And as always, guys, happy dueling. If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available? We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left hand corner.